So we are outside the city testing the new 159, and it seems there's a new introduction here. So let's just get the drone airborne here.
Take off.
Enjoy
the home
this
point
really,
has
really
been
nice
updated.
sunset.
Please check it on the map.
And it seems DJI has decided to release new apps every second day, as it is right now. So, of course, we need to bring it out for a spin to see if it works. And a good friend of the channel, Gavin HR, he is covering the Android version of the app, more or less. So I've decided to take the iOS version for a spin. And the release notes, they didn't say much about what we were getting with this update, other than there was various bug fixes and such. Not that I think that the other one was very prone to errors, at least not the iOS version. There was something reported with the Android version where the gimbal was not behaving as expected. Oh, there's a little cutout here. Maybe that's because I'm sitting inside my car. Look at this. This is nice. So let's just do a few tests here, just to see if everything is like it's supposed to be. Let's put it in Zener Mode. So, why is it drifting in Zener Mode? So what's going on here? So I don't know. So let's just check the weather forecast here. It says that it's good to fly, so we should be good. So let's just start the video here. So I can fly in Zener Mode. That's nice. The gimbal is reacting. We have a good camera feed. The colors are pretty nice. It's a bit cold outside, but I don't care because I'm sitting inside my car. So let's switch it into normal mode, just to see what happens here. So we are freaking it up around 9-10 meters per second. It's just, which is okay. We are turning the gimbal up here just to see what's going on in the horizon here. Let's turn around here. And then do a single flight in sport mode, full throttle. See if we can reach the maximum, which is promised with this drone to be 16 meters per second. But there is a little bit of wind up there, so it's not likely that we will be able to get that. At least not in this direction. Let's just fly around here. Maybe we can get it on the way back. Let's just turn it around here faster. Whoa! What is going on? It's probably the expo settings that are messing with me here. Let's just go in here and see what we have put those in for. It's under control. I think it's under advanced here. Yeah. Yeah, pretty nice normal sport. So it's basically like it's supposed to be, where you have a less sensitivity around center, and then you increase it when you're going towards the end or the outer points of the sticks. So see, right now in this direction we can almost hit the maximum of 16 meters per second. So let's stop the video here and make sure that there's something here with the drone is sort of living its own life here. With the yaw motion. So let's just switch it into photo here and just do a very nice AEB like this. So everything is working nicely there. We can go in here. Let's just turn the drone here and change the view, what you could say. So we get the sun over here. This is something that makes it very useful to have this A/B function. If you're gonna take a picture like this, you have the sun. It's very, very hard to get everything at the same exposure level. So this is why you have the A/B function. So take a picture here, you get one that is overexposed, one that's underexposed, and one that is neutral exposure. And that will allow you to combine them to a nice HDR photo afterward. So let's just go in here and check the manual settings here, and those are completely bananas right now. So we need to do something about that. We need to take the ISO down to 100, and we need to reduce the shutter speed to something that is way more human. So this is neutral exposure. So let's just leave it at that. There's this new menu here that will allow you to play around with the white balance. So you have this manual slider that will allow you to shove it up and down here. Put it in auto, then it jumps to the setting where the camera thinks it should be. You have 17:9, which is basically a cropped version of 4:3. You have a JPEG only, where the compression is going on inside the drone. Or you have JPEG plus RAW, if you are that type of person that likes to edit their photos. So that is super nice, and of course those manual settings also apply when we switch it into video. We do that like here, so we can just show you. We need to aim for 1/60 here, which is the double of the frame rate. And that part is pretty difficult right now, so we will settle for... We will not settle at all. We will just turn up the ISO a little bit here. So now we have it 0.7 stop underexposed, which should be enough for what it is that we're doing. But just know that when you're flying in manual settings, you can see here, if I turn the camera down here, it will be more and more and more underexposed. That's of course pure logic. But if you don't think about it, you end up with footage that is way too underexposed. So in this case, I would have to lower the ISO to... I would not have to lower the ISO to 100. I would have to increase the ISO to 400 to get a decent image here of this really, really nice, also and a little bit odd water reservoir. So, just rotate around here. And in many cases, it's actually, you will end up by the end of the day, unless you have a very specific shooting list, you will end up with the best results if you just stop the video here and you push it into auto, and you make sure that the footage is underexposed, so you don't have anything that is blown out. You see, I'm parked down here. Let's fly down and do a little test of Quickshots, just to see if something is, what's up with that. And we can do a nice, to get down here. That's also a very good test of the ascent. So, there's the car. Stop the video here, and then we were gonna flick it into Quickshots, and we will just do a rocket, and then we say
3,
start.
2,
3,
1,
2, 1, go! Where it rises, and it makes sure to compensate the gimbal. And we have put the resolution for this Quickshot to 4K 30 FPS. So, the cool part about these Quickshot is that it's just returning to the starting point. So everything seems more or less to be just bug fixes here. There's not much new in the menus here. Oh, max distance, no limit. Let's just put that down to something reasonable. So if we take a look here, see if there's anything that pops into our mind that has been changed. There might be a detail or two that I've missed out going through this video, but it seems pretty stable and it's doing what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to do. So, and again verification, the version is 159. Let's just test the maximum ascent speed. It's around 5 meters per second. Let's go to 100. And let's just go down again. Descent. Not decent, but descent. That's around 3.5. So when you do stuff like this, make sure to keep an eye out for your altitude. So this was just a super fast improvised test of let me just keep an eye out where it is. What it is. So let's put it normal here. So this was just a super improvised test of the one. So this was just a this was a fast super improvised test of 159, and I would say just from flying around here that it's pretty safe to install it on iOS. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.